What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I am one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Dallas, and Donnie. Colin, who is not paying attention, but that's fine. We'll just move right along. Today, I went to the training camp last Friday. I don't remember the day. It was August 2nd, I believe. I went to the morning practice or training camp. That one was the end of the week one. They did the scrimmages. They ran drills at the start, and then they ran mostly just offense versus defense the entire time. Was there for the whole time. It was actually a lot of fun. Getting back into that football feel. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm just ready for football season. It is just it's that time of year. It's just in the preseason. I know the Hall of Fame game did happen. I mean, if y'all want to talk about it, we could talk about how Colin
I want to
Johnson was that guy.
I
But
want to talk about that fucking kickoff
we can talk about it.
monstrosity, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I'll talk about just some of the things. I didn't write down obvious shit like, hey guys, Jared Goff, he's gonna make the 53-man roster. It's insane. So, but I did write down
I
some
don't
stuff
know,
I saw.
man.
We
Um,
sure?
First thing I saw, I didn't hear about this guy until that day. And a guy behind me didn't know who he was either. And then I watched Dan Campbell's press conference of that training camp day after, and I'm like, wow, he's okay. I'm not the only one who notices him. Wide receiver number 12, Darius Fountain, on our team. Don't be surprised if he makes the active roster. Go look up who he is after this. You got. I know your faces are weird. I
I'm
thought I
looking
was
it
the
up
only one.
right now.
Hey,
Sounds like a fucking CPU
I no,
generated draft
just
prospect.
hear me out.
Like 10 years in advance.
Go watch Dan's press conference on him. Go watch everybody. He probably will make our roster, and he's actually like, I don't know, all of a sudden how this guy just decided to be good, but we picked, apparently just signed him right before training camp, and he was about to retire. He's like 27 years old, but I started watching him, and they started doing drills, and he was like burning all of our guys. I'm like, who is this guy? And the guy behind me was like, I don't know who this guy is either. They looked him up. He played with the Chiefs for a little bit. He played with the Bears for a second. He really hasn't done much in the NFL, but he's burning all of our guys. I'm like, all right, it's just practice. And then they start going out. All of a sudden, so how they're doing it is first team against first team defense play each other. Then second team offense, second team defense play each other. Third team offense, third team defense. First team offense was who you'd expect. It was Goff, our whole line. And then running back was Gibbs to start out. And then it was Amon Ra and J-Mo. Our wide receiver 3 was Darius Fountain. And I was like, this guy is playing with the first team over Khalif, DPJ, even Traquan Smith. I was like, this is crazy. First drive, they got down to about the 50, and they threw a laser in the end zone to Darius Fountain. I was like, okay, this guy was kind of nuts. And literally the drive after that, he caught another touchdown pass. And then like 3 drives later, he caught another touchdown pass. And then I was like, this guy's insane. I watched Dan Campbell's press conference, and he's talking. He's like, yeah, we've been throwing him with the first team because we really like him. He's got a long way to go to fit into this offense, but he actually might make a chance on our team. So just keep an eye out for him. I think he'll make our wide receiver group. He'll be a good depth piece. Obviously, I don't think he'll start, but you never know. But he was nasty in training camp, and he's getting noticed by Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell. So it's not just me picking a random player out of the whole group that's like, oh, he's cool. He was playing with the first team, which was wild to me for somebody that has never played on this team before. So, next thing, Jake Bates, all the guys the guy we were hoping that would be our kicker of the future. He's got a long way to go. It obviously, it doesn't mean, he's gonna get cut, but he missed a 46-yard field goal, followed up by a 53-yard field goal. And then when they were doing drills for the kickoff, he kicked it off, and it was pretty bad. They brought out the jugs machine to replace him to do the kickoff drill, and I thought that was kind of wild.
Well, he's not a kickoff specialist.
He's not. He's got a while to go, but he missed two. He missed two, three kicks. He made all his extra points, but it was kind of he had a rough. They all had the distance. They just don't have the accuracy. They're wide right or wide left, but that man's got a boot on him.
Listen.
Hey,
I seem to remember a specific motherfucker in this fucking Zoom right now telling me that they would rather have a quarterback that not a quarterback, a kicker that is what was it, like 60% from 60 yards out
It was
rather
okay. It
than
was
Oh,
90%
we
from
said like
70
80.
yards. Yeah, and it
Yeah,
was
I think it was 80.
80 yards, and Jake Bates hit two 50-yarders. So calm down,
Jake Bates
Colin.
hits an 80-yard
No, I'm
field
not
goal.
even talking about the 80-yard field goal argument. I'm
He can
talking
kick
about this is back
10%.
to
If
like
he makes
Dunham's
80-yard
days.
field goal.
This is back to like Dunham's days of talking about motherfuckers that could hit 60-yard field goals, taking one that's like super accurate from 60 but is missing fucking chip shots left and right. I seem to remember that being an argument. We definitely have.
I've always said that I'd rather have a kicker that makes a less percentage but can kick it 20 yards farther. But 60 yards, to me, I think almost every kicker in the NFL should be able to make a 60-yarder. Not all the time, but like once every fucking, like, if 1 out of every 10 field goal attempts they have is a 60-yarder,
He should be able to. In practice,
They
he should be
should
able to nail
get it.
60-yarders and like a regular. Like he should be able to
maybe
nail them.
maybe it was because I got really fucking really used to Matt Prater just nailing them bitches like every fucking game. But like, if you're in the NFL, you should be making 60-yarders. Not everyone, but like if you're like from 60 on,
you should have a pretty good shot. You should have a better chance to make it than everyone being like, why are they even kicking this? You know.
You should be able to hit like 75%.
It's like if they had trotted out Badgley for like a 60-yarder last year, at any point I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Just go for it. You have a better shot of converting on the 4th down. Unless it's like a 4th and 30.
When he was short from 49 yards or 48, whatever it was, high 40s, I wanted to jump off a fucking cliff. That literally pissed me off so bad. How can you be
to
short?
Kick that man while he's down, you know, because he's injured.
I don't give a fuck. Honestly,
nice pun, Colin.
I liked him.
That wasn't intentional.
Not to kick a man while he's down, but he is down.
I liked him until that shit happened.
I'll finish off the last couple things that I saw, and then we can actually talk about what happened in today's training camp versus the Giants. That was a lot of fun stuff to see on Twitter. But Hendon Hooker struggled a little bit in the drills. He was missing a lot of back shoulder throws, missing a lot of just weird throws. But then he got out there, played on the second team, and his pocket presence seems very good. He wasn't even scrambling. He was stepping up when needed. Our pass rush was getting to him, and he was making some really good throws. He looked cool. He looked okay. We'll see what happens, but obviously, he ain't gonna start. But it is good to see him playing, because I haven't seen him. We haven't seen him play since college. Last couple things. Khalif got 2 in the kickoff drill. They did 5 kickoff drills. Like just regular real life scenario. And 5 of them, Khalif Raymond took 2 of them to the house. It was kind of wild. One of them, he just darted right up the middle to the house. And one man went all the way to the right side and realized that was bad, went all the way around to the other side and took it to the house.
If they've got the formula for housing the new kickoffs like every other time, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, and Khalif's the guy. He's a dog. And then I'll get in. Oh yeah, he reminds me. He's just as better as like Jamal Agnew. Jamal Agnew was a dog.
Well, they were trying to figure out the fucking kickoff in the Hall of Fame game, and if you watch those kickoffs, there was only a couple of them. But like the very first one, if he wouldn't have got tripped up, he would have been gone. Like they were like 2 one-on-one tackles that got made, and if he breaks that fucking tackle, he's gone. Like if you got a good return. Like, you're going to set this shit.
Yeah, I saw someone say if Devin Hester was returning kicks in today's NFL.
My gosh.
I saw one.
He would be getting contracts worth of tens of millions of dollars just for returning.
Well, this is like, not to get too far into this kickoff thing, but I was watching, like, I think it was Pat McAfee was talking about it today, and, like, the way these kickoffs are set, they need to kind of, like, nerf them a fucking little bit, because, like, if you put Tyreek Hill back there, realistically, with the way these kickoffs, like once they get set up, he could have 10 plus returns for touchdowns this year. Like just because he's so fast, and it's literally you break one tackle, you're fucking gone. And like if they really put somebody back there like that, it's gonna be too crazy.
Because with the old kickoff, everyone's so spaced out that you can miss an assignment, you can misread where someone's going, and you can double up on too many blocks, and people get through. This one. It's just a one-on-one with one guy that is not one-on-one. It's just like it's weird. But I'll go into the last 2 things I have. One, this isn't even like who cares. It was just really cool to see. I was trying to get some autographs, and was standing off to the side on the other side of the field, and this man Goff threw a pass, got deflected in the air, and he ran 5 yards, jumped up in the air over our defender and caught it and went into the end zone for a touchdown. Bro caught his own touchdown pass. It was insane. The crowd went insane. And this man, I was like, all right. And so I wrote down in my notes, Goff is wide receiver 1. It was kind of wild. The crowd went crazy.
Give that man Amon-Ra's money.
Amon-Ra got hyped because he was like, he was on the sidelines because he had caught like a big 40-yarder, but it was pretty sweet. And then the last little story I have that is one of the funniest things ever in terms of celebrity like interactions I've had. So I'm standing on the side. The first half of me trying to get a signature, I was with the ball. I'll show the podcast. I already showed you guys. I got Jack Fox's autograph. That was sweet. And after a while, I was like second in line behind some people, and then all of a sudden there was like another area for signing over here, and Aiden Hutchinson was over there. So almost everybody took off over there, and I was able to get up in front. And then all of a sudden, Goff worked his way over to my side, and that's when people started coming back over. Goff didn't make his way down to me. And then Kirby comes down, and I'm like, oh, dude, I want a Kirby autograph. And he's signing a bunch of people in front of me, and I could tell like he was only picking some kids, and then there was 2 people that had his jersey. He had to get his own jersey signed, and so he went over around like 20 people with me in the middle, and he went and signed this guy's jersey. He signed a couple kids' footballs down there, and then his security guard that was with him was like, "All right, Kirby, let's go." And he's like, he's like, "Peace out, everybody. I'll see y'all later." And he's running back, turned to us, and this 10-year-old kid yells, "Yo, Kirby, sign my kneecap." Kirby dead stops in his tracks, turns around and goes, "Whose kneecap?" He yelled, he goes, "Whose kneecap?" I've never seen that man so excited. And this kid is like, he had his kneecap wedged between the fence, and he's like, "His kneecap." And this man Kirby runs up, and the security guard's like, "This is insane." The security guard's look was priceless. He's like, "I cannot believe this is happening." Kirby bends down on one knee and signs this man's kneecap, and tosses the marker into the crowd and walks away. I was like, no, the way he stopped was amazing. Bro was literally on a full half sprint, and he goes, "Kirby, sign my kneecap." Bro stopped, almost tore his ACL, and turns around.
To imagine.
Kneecap? Bro, he's like, "Whose kneecap?" And he like runs all the way over to sign this kid's kneecap and leaves. I was like, that is one of the most, I don't care if I didn't get a signature. That was so amazing. Like, yeah. I will love Kirby forever for that, because he was really nice. They've got like limited time because they still got to go back inside, do all kinds of press, and then, film and stuff like that. So it was one of the funniest things ever. The way that man just stopped and like actually signed this man's kneecap. I was like, damn, I should have yelled that too. I'd have got that shit tattooed on my kneecap if he signed my kneecap.
I was just about to say, it would be amazing if you could get Dan to sign your kneecap. Immediate tattoo.
If Dan signed my kneecap, I'm tattooing it on my knee. No questions asked. I would get that tattoo because that is worth it. He literally But
Kirby's isn't bad either because he's like tearing motherfuckers ACLs. I mean, that's
actually that's kind of cold. That's kind of cold.
The way he stopped and he looked excited. He was like, "Oh my god, I get to sign somebody's kneecap!" And like turned around like a little kid and ran back over. And it's like that was hella funny. But
that's also one of those moments that like he's probably never gonna get asked that again.
Yeah.
And so it's like you kind of just got to take that opportunity.
Oh, dude, it was so funny. But yeah, besides that, it was cool to be there. There was a lot of getting back in the gist of football is really just what JMO was burning everybody. And the one thing I think that the only problem I ever saw was Donnie sent me a TikTok. This man seems to have very much trouble catching over the shoulder passes like deep. It is so weird. Like the way he tries to position himself, it just doesn't work. But besides that, bro had 5 yards of separation on anybody they put on him. It was like he was honestly murking motherfuckers.
The first thing I've thought of with Marshall saying everything is, I'm scared for our secondary. This motherfucker said some dude that was about to retire kept burning our secondary. JMO's burning our secondary. Who's playing defense? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Is Aaron current day?
We got our defense, our defense, first team defense.
Awful. It's not good news.
We got 2 picks on the entire day that I saw. There was a couple times where I was on the other side of the field and I didn't see much because I was trying to, I was just doing shit. And we got 1 pick on the first team, and I think it was Branch or Kirby. I can't remember. It was one of our safeties jumped in front of a route, and then Two was the third was Kendall Vendor picking it off. I was like, all right, well, that's who I don't
Damn
really
it.
give a shit about that one. But no, the secondary was hanging in there. Most of the JMO got a couple good ones, and this one I didn't get to see. So I didn't talk about it, but I guess I'll try and explain it. But I went down to the shop to get this football, and I'm down by the shop, and you can't see anything down there. And all of a sudden, the biggest crowd erupt of the whole day. Everyone, whoa! And it was like, I don't know. I was like, what happened? And this security guard, like comes back over. He's like, that was amazing. I was like, what happened? And he's like, Goff threw it deep to JMO, but it was underthrown, and JMO came back and mossed the defender and then took it in the end zone. I was like, damn. And I didn't get to see that. And then the other crowd eruption that I heard but didn't see was when I was walking to the other side, and I got back over there and I asked what happened to because my grandpa was standing over there, and apparently Terrion Arnold it was who was it? He said it wasn't Laporta, it was our other I don't even know if it was Brock Wright. I don't know who it was, but it was the second tight end. Laporta had to come out, and apparently he caught it, and Terrion Arnold put his shoulder into him, and the ball went flying in the air. But both teams went up for it, but like Terrion Arnold lowered his shoulder and absolutely lit up our tight end apparently.
I like it.
But that's all I got. I want to kind of talk about what happened in today's training camp. Like 5 fights in one day at training camp. That is insane.
How many did you say?
5.
I heard 8. Somebody said 8.
5 recorded. 5 that I saw on Twitter. And my favorite one is the Amon-Ra scuffle. Not even Pro Amon-Ra did. You see Amon-Ra in there, and then you see JMO coming over there and mixing it up. You see Penei Sewell run in there. Probably could 1v20 the whole Giants roster. And at the end, I couldn't figure out who it was until Austin told me. He figured out who it was. At the end, you see 2 little dudes just throwing haymakers at each other. It was Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds was absolutely lighting some guy up with just random punches. And I was like, damn, Craig called out. And if you watch the video, this man is literally just laying into this man's helmet. And it's like, geez, calm down. There were so many just wild fights. And then the undrafted corner knocking that guy's helmet off is, I bought a jersey just for that reason. Like that, I don't even know the guy. And it's amazing.
Don't even know if you bought the right jersey.
I spelled his name, I think, right, but I don't know.
Yeah,
the only bad clip I saw was Malik Neighbors did moss Ifitu. I saw that. It was good defense. It was just a really good catch.
Yeah. I also saw, I mean, granted, I don't know how bad of a concussion it is or not, but Arnold got rocked on a block today.
Yeah.
It was very much a welcome to the NFL moment for him. And so he left like right after that with a concussion.
They said he was elevated. I don't know if it was the same. It definitely wasn't the same one, but a Giants fan tweeted it out. They were like, "Welcome to the NFL, Terrion Arnold," and it was this man, Andrew Thomas, going out to block Terrion Arnold, and I was like,
yeah, that was the thing. Is like they were pulling.
The top comment was like, I don't think you could take Patrick Surtain. You could take the best corner, and they're not gonna. No cornerback is ever gonna stand up against Andrew Thomas. Like, come on, like, and Terrion Arnold didn't.
There's a lot of linebackers out there that wouldn't.
Man,
I was like, Andrew Thomas is like 350 pounds. Like, this man is not. Who cares?
Full speed.
Yeah, like seriously, he was running at Terrion Arnold. Like, I don't care who you are, I'm running the other direction. Like, unless you're if you're a defensive lineman, then yeah. But
I was gonna say, good for Arnold though, because I mean he was going at it too. Like that's why it was such a bad collision. Is, I mean he was like, all right, let's go. You know. So
the people I heard that have been just shining out in our secondary have been Kirby Branch, and then I haven't heard much of Davis. I've heard a little bit of Arnold, just get the blindside hit, and then I heard he got burnt, but by JMO. And I'm pretty sure anybody gets burnt by JMO, so I'm not really going to take that into effect. And then Ennis Rakestraw, I've heard he's been killing it. I think he's going to be awesome. But people were saying that watch out, like the NFL isn't going to do anything about these fights. It's just training camp. They don't get fined. They don't get shit for it unless someone gets hurt. Then they take into effect. Day 2 tomorrow you could see way more fights. You could see a couple of big scuffles. So I keep forgetting our preseason game's Thursday, and I'm definitely gonna tune into it. But
yeah,
I said this is when they fight. The NFL doesn't give a fuck. They know.
Oh yeah, no.
Every single year joint practice.
Training camps. I went back and watched. I was watching a little bit of the Hard Knocks that we did, and it's crazy to see. Like, I keep like it's crazy that was 2 years ago, and like the people that aren't on our team anymore in terms of like even coaching staff and just players. It's like you're watching all this, and I'm getting connected to these players again, and they're not even on the team. But a lot of those players, they were like, "What's your favorite thing about training camp?" And they were like, "Oh, you get into it. People get hot, dude. This beginning of the year, people are trying to get back in that mojo, and it's just a lot. Tempers get high, and it's hot outside. It's the hottest it's going to be whenever they play, especially for Lions and Lions players. Like they're going to be playing. Their first 2 weeks are in a dome. Their third week's in a dome. Fourth week's in like they literally play in a dome. I think until like week 9. So tempers are high in training camp. But I love to see it. You like to see it. That's all I think for training camp. Really, I know we said we were going to talk about. Do we want to talk about the new kickoff or?
I mean, we don't really have to. I just think it looks goofy as hell.
Can we at least just acknowledge, just the GOAT himself, Davis Mills, with the absolute ankle breaker of the century on that defensive line.
I'm retiring.
Bro's fighting for his career just for that shit to happen.
He got dogged in the locker room after that.
Down by Davis Mills, man. That's
man.
It wasn't even like in the throw after. It literally is the same aspect as like hitting a 3-pointer or like breaking someone's ankles and then missing the 3-pointer. Like if he didn't make that catch, like the catch after was like really what put it on the spot because like it was wild. Hey, Davis Mills though, he's that guy.
Colin Johnson, that dude was fucking. I was like halfway watching the game, and like every time I fucking looked up, that man was just like making an insane catch. I'm like,
what even postponed the game? Was it lightning?
Yeah, lightning.
Okay, so I saw it was a little bit of rain. I was like, there's no way a little bit of rain postponing this game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch any of the game. I just saw clips online later, like people were making fun of the kickoff, and that's how I saw it. But
I forget, like I got to see the Pro Football Hall of Fame like field because I went to Canton, Ohio, went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and it was pretty cool. I wish they do more kinds of things there. It's being the first preseason game. It kind of sucks that that's the only way it gets used, but it is a small stadium. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Super Bowl play, dude. That stadium, I don't think holds more than 15,000 people.
Yeah, it's just funny.
My buddy said to me, he was like, the Hall of Fame game should be week 1 of the NFL season. I was like, okay, that sounds cool, but logistically, fuck no, that sounds awful. Because then like the Chiefs aren't raising the banner week 1. You got a neutral site game for week 1. Plus this year it's fucking Baltimore and KC. Like Canton's nowhere near either of those fucking games.
I'm just ready, dude. I'm ready for that week too. The only thing, because I know me, Donnie, and Colin will be at the week 1 game. Dallas will be at the week 4 game. But it is kind of like I'm excited to go to the week 1 game, but it does suck. Like I'm gonna miss I'm gonna miss the back half of the the 1:00 games. We'll probably get to watch the end, and then we'll be in the car for like the 4:25 games, and then at the stadium. But I'm hyped either way. It's gonna be. I just can't wait for football season to start, man.
I was actually gonna say to you, Marshall, I was gonna say we should get to Detroit early so we can watch most of the games.
I'm absolutely down with that as long as Colin is.
Literally get there. I don't know what time. I don't know what time to get there, but literally go to Joe's or.
This man just wants Joe's.
He really does.
Man.
Go to Joe's.
It's gonna be the only thing he's gonna eat all fucking days.
Go to Joe's. Go back in the car. Go back to Joe's.
I am going to Detroit Saturday, and I am fucking stopping at Joe's. I cannot fucking wait. Oh, see, I'm fucking so excited. It just broke was in my head. I am so
not even that good, bro.
No, hold on. Marshall can attest. In the stadium, me and Marshall hype it up like,
you guys got to, Colin, you got to have it outside
the stadium. In the stadium. You go to like their actual brick and mortar store, they have two
I guess
of them.
that's true. I've only ever had it in Ford Field. I gotta give it
Marshall
a
and
real shot.
Marshall, everybody that's gone there can attest. It is
The fries are probably the only thing that are the fries and the sauce are the exact same. But Colin, I don't know why the chicken was 10 times better, and they
It's
give
so
you
much.
give you that perfect
All right,
Texas.
so no. Well, then let's do that. Sunday Night Football. Let's go. Let's go.
They
And
give
get
you
Joe's.
okay.
If
Well,
they're open. That's the
yeah,
thing.
they're
fucking,
closed
if you
on
look-
Sundays.
God damn it!
Maybe. No,
Hype,
well, if you
hyping it
fucking-
up for
if you-
nothing. Hyping it up
No,
for
listen.
nothing.
If you
When the
look at
fuck
their
am I
fucking- if you
ever
look
in
at their
Detroit for
pamphlets-
anything other than a Lions game, bro?
Hold on. If you look at their fucking pamphlets online, all of it, their website, all of it, it says they're open every day. The hours just change. When me and Marshall were there, we literally said to each other, like, oh, this is going to be the play before Lions games, like a night game. You come here, we eat, then we go to the game. And a lady was talking to another lady, and she's like, oh, like, when are you open? And she was like, well, we actually we were there like 5 o'clock. They were like, well, we actually close at 6 today, when it said they were open till 9 or 10. And they were like, and actually we're open till 5 on Saturday, and we're closed Sunday. We were like, that doesn't line up with anything that's in this fucking store. So they're fucking stupid, but they're gonna be open. I'll fucking make them be open.
Next week on the pod, we're gonna give you guys, as long as they're okay with it, we'll give you guys our full record predictions for this season. We have, and we'll give you a rundown of who we have winning each division and every record, and then who we have going to the Super Bowl. And but that'll be fun to do next week. I'm looking on the Lions page of new Lions news. It doesn't still say if Terran Arnold got if he got a concussion or not. The last it was he was getting evaluated. I don't see anything about a concussion or not. So I'm gonna take that as maybe he's fine and it's not a concussion. Even if it is, like, okay, he sits out for the preseason game. Like, who cares? Like, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't really have anything else. I don't think there's much else news to talk about right now. We got to go back to game by game predictions of our scores and shit. Well, Donnie giving the scores.
I cannot.
I got it.
I was gonna say I cannot wait to spend 30 minutes on a Thursday night football game between the Giants and the Commanders.
It is. I don't care what we got. I just
Ironically,
need football. Yeah. I just need football. I just need football. I don't care what it is, but it's gonna be. We're getting back. That was mainly what the podcast is gonna be once football season starts. Talking about what happened, predictions on the games, and then going into a little bit of trivia. That's literally all it's gonna be. But I'm just ready for it to start. But I don't. We'll roll. To this week's a little bit of a shorter episode. We can run into trivia. But like I said, next week we'll run into we'll run into our season predictions and records, and then we'll go into which. Technically, like, if we're doing game by game, the records and stuff, like, technically you got to go by that every week. But to be fair, this is pretty, like, injuries happen, shit like that, momentum.
Week one,
so
you should go by that. After that,
yeah, it's like week one, you can go by what you wrote down, like, on here. But then, I mean, like the app you use, it's hard to go back and look at every single game. And plus, like, once you exit out that, you're just gonna lose them. But you can go by that week one. But yeah, momentum. Like, say the Giants get hot and go 10-0, it's like, then all right, it's gonna be a little bit different. If the Giants get hot and go 10-0, this clip's gonna go.
All right,
viral.
then you wake up from your dream, like fucking.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, so next week we'll do our predictions for the whole season. But I say we roll into trivia.
All right, getting into some trivia here for the Fourth and Wrong podcast. We're gonna be doing some fan favorite wheel spins. By fan favorite, probably like the one or two of you guys that are still watching. In honor,
second account.
Yep. In honor of the Olympics, I went through and watched every trivia wheel spin that we did in order to get the records in forms of medal standings. So, with that being said, the updated medal standings is Marshall has 2 first place medals, aka gold medals, followed by 2 silvers, has yet to get a bronze, which, I mean, that's a good thing. Colin also has 2 golds and 2 silvers, 0 bronzes.
Suck it, Donnie.
Donnie has failed to get a gold yet in the wheel spin trivias. He has 2 silvers and 1 bronze finish. And our boy Kenny with 0 golds, 0 silvers, but 2 bronze medals.
Let's go.
Okay. Episode 26 had both Kenny and Donnie finishing around with 0 points. It was, and it never
I do not
happened.
believe.
And
I
it
do not.
never happened up until 26, where both Kenny and Donnie did it. It was crazy.
I straight up do not believe that. What
Go
was
back.
the topic?
Go back and watch
Well,
episode 26. All right. So, wheel spin trivia. We can do 1 or 2 rounds. We'll let you guys decide. Starting off with the year. I believe we are going to be working with the year 2017. 2017 is going to be the year. We will switch over to the topics. And the topics are going to be first team all pros.
2017, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I am rewarding double points for offensive linemen, like we did.
Are we doing? We're doing all pros
Going
on
all
both sides.
offensive linemen.
offense and defense?
Okay. I'll pull this. Give me Todd Gurley. That was peak Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley was first team all pro.
Oh, I'll go second. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, first team all pro.
I'm gonna say Julio Jones.
Julio was second team.
Damn.
Tough.
I am gonna go.
This might be my first bronze.
Antonio Brown was
Brown.
first team.
Let me get that double points. Give me Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey. It's 2 points there for Marshall.
Who's that lineman for the Patriots? Was it
Bill Murray.
Solder? Solder was his last name? He ended up playing on the Giants a couple years later.
Means I am gonna go. I'm also gonna try to dip into double points. Let me get Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson is correct.
Oh,
That's double points there for Donnie. Marshall, back to you.
Should be the other tackle, because that was my guess was Lane Johnson, but I think the other tackle should be Andrew Whitworth.
That is correct. Marshall with the lead now. Colin, let's get on the board here, bud.
damn.
God.
That was brutal. Let's get on the board here, bud.
Don't want to be a part of that episode 26 crowd.
Yeah, I know.
There's
I
no
know.
way. There's so many positions if he doesn't get on the board.
He doesn't
We
get
haven't gone
one.
tight end yet, have we?
No, we have not.
Is Gronk?
No,
One of those
he's
tight ends.
not.
Gronk is first team. There, boy,
You're on the
Colin.
board. All
Way
right.
to get on
bronze,
the board.
bronze medal locked in.
I know offensive line's getting to be slim picking, so I'm gonna go with the last name that I think could actually be on. Let me get Zach Martin. Oh.
Zach Martin was second team.
Well, they can go fuck themselves because that's
That's tough. I'll give you that. That was tough. I thought for sure that was going to be it.
I'm going to dip over to the defensive side. I feel like,
Okay.
let me get Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen
I know my
Ramsey.
guy. It's Jay. He's on there. Like
He is on there. Jalen Ramsey.
I could have
first
saved
team.
him to a little bit later.
I
but
forgot we're doing defense too.
yeah, me too. We have been strictly offense.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we're doing defense too, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald on the first team. Colin, way to go. On the board some more. Back to Donnie.
On the board some more. I was already on the board.
I'll go a little risky. Let me get D Hop.
It is D Hop.
Here we fucking go.
I thought it was
I did not actually think it was gonna be him.
Yeah, that was kind of sneaky.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner, first team.
Son of a fucking bitch.
What about Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack, not an all pro at all.
Really?
See, that's the problem. He could have had like.
I was gonna see. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is the only time I'm gonna agree with Donnie for a second. It's because like you have so many great
You
players
agree with
that
me
don't
all
want
the
a
time,
fucking
Master.
all pro. Are you fucking kidding me? Khalil
Yeah.
Mack is not an all pro.
I got another running back. This one might be off. I think this is still pretty high up spot. Let me get Lev Bell.
Lev Bell, first team all pro.
I didn't think he was gonna be first team. I thought he was gonna be like a second team guy.
I
I
think
believe that was his last
That
year.
was his
or
last good year in.
which one do I? I'm gonna go with the one everybody knows. Well, you guys might don't know, but Darius Slay should have been a first team All Pro.
He was first team all pro. Darius Slay.
Well, that was my guy.
What about J.J. Watt?
No JJ Watt.
What?
JJ Watt.
Again, I say.
JJ
What
Watt
the
was
fuck?
out of his
I think
prime.
JJ Watt was
I believe he was hurt this year.
Was that the year he got hurt?
he
That
was
knee
hurt a
injury?
little bit towards the Texans run.
Damn.
This year's so hard because I can't remember a single team being good outside the Patriots and the Eagles.
Right.
Like, literally, I can't think of a single fucking team. Like, you could say the Eagles beat the fucking Commanders on the road to that Super Bowl, and I'd be like, yeah, checks out. Yeah, sure. I'm like, what about Von Miller?
Von Miller was second team outside
Man,
linebacker.
this shit's so stupid.
Shit, dude.
This shit's so stupid. I hate first team all pros. That is
First-
the most useless fucking stat of all.
God, Donnie, people can be good one year and bad the next. Like,
Man.
jeez, calm down.
And
Y'all
looking
are
like,
weird.
like
Bro,
what Colin
looking at-
said, motherfucker-
It's the best player that year. Like, well, why can't Von Miller be the second best linebacker that year?
Because Von Miller was a beast back then.
Okay, yeah.
he did not have better stats than the guy above him.
Second team All Pro is still good, but this is a crazy poll. But I think I know the other corner. Is it Casey Hayward Jr.?
It is not. He was second team though.
Damn it! I don't-
Insane.
Because this was also the year that the Vikings had a really good defense. Is it Xavier Rhodes?
It is Xavier Rhodes. What a pull!
Get the fuck
Because
out
I
of
was
here.
working backwards because you made the
No.
comment about
You
the
weren't
Eagles
working
Super Bowl.
nowhere.
You made
That
the comment
is
about the
in-
Eagles.
Fucking
That is
So-
a pull.
No, you made the
Xavier
comment.
Rhodes.
You made the comment about the Eagles Super Bowl, and I worked backwards, and I was like, "Well, who did
To the
the
Vikings?
Eagles play?" And the Vikings. It was the Vikings Eagles NFC Championship. That was the Case Keenum year with the Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah.
Him saying all this reminded me of who else was in the AFC Championship. Calais Campbell's got to be.
He is first team all pro for DE.
Yes. Would have went
Cameron
any-
Jordan.
Cameron Jordan was the other end.
What
Marshall
the
extending
fuck?
the lead. So both offensive guards were missing one defensive tackle, the outside linebacker, the middle linebacker, both safeties.
Yeah, I'm already far enough behind. I think the
Madison?
the bronze is locked in for me. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Pat.
sure. The only other linebacker that it could realistically be. I know he retired around this time. Was it Luke Kuechly?
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly.
Damn it.
Yep. for
Damn
middle
it, that was my
linebacker.
guy.
We even said his name earlier too.
Luke Kuechly is eligible for the Hall of Fame this year. So I was like, he retired like 2017, 2018. Was he still that good when he retired? And apparently,
I think
he just
Donnie was
never-
even the one that said it earlier, just like in conversation about it.
How many
because-
safeties are there? Because I got to move to the safeties.
There was linebacker.
There's two safeties.
Marshall was like, I don't know what linebacker. And I was like, well, there was two great linebackers for like a good 8-year stretch in the NFL where they just traded all pros. So
Two good safeties. Who were a dominant safeties? Wonder Diggs was a beast, but he ain't up there.
No,
this is a hard era for safeties.
it really is.
It was like Glover Quinn was really, really fucking good in this area. And he was not sniffing.
No.
I know.
I don't want to take up everybody. Earl Thomas.
Oh,
Second team all
Damn.
Oh my god.
All right.
that was a good guess. I'm passing again. I'm throwing in the towel on this one.
Collins officially done.
I've got two safeties in mind. And I don't. Which ones? But I feel like Marshall might guess the other.
I absolutely will. So
Who did you just say? Earl Thomas?
I said Tracy Walker.
You said Earl Thomas. Go fuck yourself. Give me Cam Chancellor.
He retired this year.
not on the All Pro list.
He got a concussion. In the
To
halfway
be
through the
fair,
year.
I
and
never
retired.
liked team changes, so I
Cam was a beast. Bam Bam Cam was amazing.
Bam Bam King.
Way better than Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas was a pussy. The Vikings having that good year. Is Harrison Smith one of the safeties?
Harrison Smith.
You fucking shit me, my guy.
You're
I love
welcome.
Harrison Smith.
Yeah,
You're
Harrison Smith's a
welcome.
dog. That's
I
not
think
a,
I should get a
that-
point for
how did
helping
we?
Marshall
How did it
out there.
take so long for Harrison Smith? He's a dog.
Because I fucking didn't think he ever had an All Pro. If
Oh,
I was
yeah.
voting
Yeah,
All Pro,
I thought for sure he was going to be one of those guys that like is good but did not get an All Pro.
Was the other defensive tackle Fletcher Cox?
Second team.
Fuck!
Fletcher Cox.
God damn it.
That's a good guess.
Defensive tackle.
Chris Jones wasn't there, was he?
Oh fuck! What's his name?
Nope. Not Chris Jones.
Can you? Fuck! What was this guy's name? There was a defensive tackle for the Bears that was like really good in this era.
Yep, it wasn't him.
There was a good defensive tackle for the Bears, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. There was a fucking. Is it like DeCastro for the Steelers?
It is David DeCastro is one of the
Fuck
guards.
yes.
That is a tie ball game,
Oh
ladies and gentlemen.
shit, dude!
Fuck yes.
That is
What
a tie
fucking
ball
snipe.
game.
All right, I gotta lock in and think of every team
What
I've ever
a
known.
fucking
for.
snipe! No, it's still free for all, motherfucker.
I can't believe you just pulled that.
That is a pull
Defense.
and a half. I'll tell you right now, the outside linebacker and D tackle are gonna kill you guys, because these are big name guys.
Oh, fuck! What's his name?
Oh,
I can't-
think you're onto it.
I don't want to say his name, but
What team? Say the team!
I can't say the
I
team.
don't
I
know.
know the team. I don't know his name. It's like Cam
Uh,
Hayward. Cam Hayward.
Yes,
it is Cameron
Let's
Hayward.
go.
Hayward isn't even a fucking defensive tackle.
That's what he's listed as.
I said T.J. Watt, and I was like, damn, T.J. Watt, that was a good defensive line. And dude, Cam Hayward immediately, like, I couldn't think of his name though.
Is it Chandler Jones?
It is Chandler Jones.
Damn.
It is a tie ball game.
You actually got that.
Chandler Jones is the best player that literally never gets remembered in NFL history.
Also, I said Ziggy Ansah. That man had 12 sacks that year. Donnie, we might take the gold together because I haven't looked it up, but I've gone through every team in my head. I cannot tell you the safety.
I will share our gold because the safety I feel like is on the fucking Eagles, and then Dallas said he's not in the NFC. So I don't have any fucking idea who this guy is.
The safety plays for the Titans.
Oh my
I
gosh,
knew-
it's Kevin Byard, dude.
Yeah.
When you said it's a random team that you forget exists, I was like, he's on the fucking Titans. I didn't want to say that and give it to him.
Yeah.
I knew it was a
And
fucking
As soon as you said Titans, it's Kevin Byard. And that's
And then the guard was Andrew Norwell for the Panthers.
Ooh! Ooh!
the fuck is Andrew Norwell?
Oh, Donnie
Over
wins
Zach
his first
Martin?
gold with an asterisk here.
No,
Marshall
no,
extends his
no.
He's got a
His
bigger
lead.
asterisk than Michigan's national championship.
facts.
Well, that'll do it for the Fourth Mile podcast today. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please check out all the YouTube videos that we've been posting, all the clips for trivia and everything like that. Tune in next week for our record predictions and everything like that. We are only a month away from the NFL. Please drop a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. We are uploading about every Wednesday or Thursday every week, especially when football season comes back. We will see you all next week, and peace.